So here we got Montoya, however you say his name. Right here, Tony Stewart, Bubba Wallace. Some of these little electric cars that I got. Here's another picture. Wow. The calendar. More pictures up there. Another picture up there. Those stickers. Here's some more race cars up here. Oh boy, Jesse, how you doing? The champion. See Jesse Love. Some of the older stuff. Let's get rid of here. Stickers. Here's some of the trucks. Here. Here's some of the trucks. Got about 4 trucks right now. I've got more coming in. Here's some of the Xfinity. Here's Shane Van Gisbergen, Sammy Smith, Ryan Truex, my boy Jesse Love again, Austin Hill. So there's the shelf. And come down here. Here's the truck, the haulers, the cards. Apparently, well, you can't see it. There's 3 on it. A cup, another hauler. Here, there's some more haulers. The calendar again. So now we can come over here. Here's some more out there. Know all the empty boxes. But there's Kyle Busch, William Byron, Neil Gregson, Austin Hill up here, Jesse Love again. Got so many Jesse Loves. There's more up here. Brad Keselowski. Here's Christopher Bell. Here's the Cup Series shelf over here. Joey Logano, William Byron, Ryan Preece. That's a rare car starting to be. Here's the O'Reilly car. Ross Chastain, Justin Allgaier. There's another Cup car over here. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Daniel Torres. More up there. All the way over here. And here's some of the other stuff. With the flag. The big flag up here. More hoods over there by my trophy, the deer. There's just some signs. There's the empty shelf for the O'Reilly cars. Went wrong. I was supposed to get one tomorrow, and some more trucks tomorrow, and some Xfinity. Got 3 of those of each coming tomorrow. There's a signed Cletus shirt from Rockingham Speedway. If you're a Cletus fan and you want to order a shirt, maybe get you one and hopefully take it to the track and sign it. There's some signs. Zoom in up there. There's Jesse Love again. Got too many Jesse Love stuff over here. There's Austin Hill. There's the 124 above Dale Jr. There's reserved parking for Tony Stewart. There's another Tony Stewart that I missed over there. But there's some empty boxes. But my favorite one out of this one is part of the RCR group up here. And here is the 2 RCR guys right here. Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch right next to each other. There's a good look up here if you want to take another look. I'm supposed to turn this camera sideways, but there you go. Up here. No, if you don't know nothing about these race cars, there's a postcard signed if you can't see it. Don't know if you can see it, but there's an old card thing. There's a cooler, the Dale Jr. cooler. But there's more. But, yep. There's a cookout sticker, know that. There's my picture. I don't know why I got my picture. There's stupid mess on the floor, so ignore that. But my favorite one up here is going to be this one. And Austin Hill over here. Justin Love again. And this one right here. It's another rare one. Here's some more back here. You can see it. Raisin Canes, Coca-Cola can, another Coca-Cola, Hollow, Austin Hill over here. But if you don't know nothing about NASCAR here, NASCAR is one of these fast moving cars that are made to go fast. There's TV that I'm playing on, watching that. But if you don't know nothing about NASCAR, please leave a comment and I can answer what you need to ask, or ask me how fast they actually go, and how fast they actually go, how they work, how they shift, the gears and all that, the downshift, upshift, on these next gen cars, on these next gen cars right here, that you pull the stick back to go the shift up, push the stick forward to go shift down. And another thing about these NASCAR is that you don't have to use the clutch. You don't need to use the clutch. The only time you use the clutch is when you're having a pit stop, stopping for tires or fuel, known as gas, or however you say it. That's the only time you use the clutch. The clutch is the only time when you have to use the clutch. It's when you're taking a pit stop. When you're during a caution or green flag pit stop, there's Ryan Priest right there from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Most of these are from Walmart, Charlotte, Rockingham, Martinsville. Martinsville was a good track, kind of. A little more, some people say it's a paperclip. There's some more up here. There's an old truck from the chrome truck. There's some more over here. There's Jeff Gordon. I don't like that much, but I still got him. I thought it was cool. There's Dale Jr.'s flag. But anything that if you want to ask about, is Rockingham coming back next year? No, it's not. Rockingham is not coming back next year. Never next year. Next year, there's Denny Hamlin, Ryan Priest next to each other. Right, Wave 2, Wave 3, Wave 1. Justin Allgaier, if you want to take a good look at that. Ross Chastain, if you want to take a good look at that O'Reilly car. But Rockingham is shut down next year, and there's some more space up there I need to fill in, but Rockingham is not coming back next year. It's not coming back next year. Because we have somebody that already done bought the track that their money's falling apart, and they can't afford to keep racing there next year, so they shut the track back down, sadly. So maybe 2028 they'll come back, bring the Arca Menard series, the O'Reilly Auto Parts series, like you see over here on the flag. The Craftsman Truck Series back to Rockingham in 2028. Hopefully, they can race there in 2028. They can sell it to somebody else that wants to get it, so they can keep the drag. So these people can keep their drag strip across from the Rockingham Speedway. But these cars go up to 188 miles per hour on speedways, and super speedways they go to close to 200. And again, you don't need to use the clutch unless you need to stop. You always use the clutch when you want to stop. You don't need it to shift anymore. Like these old Sprint, because I got some Sprint Cups, these next gen, you don't need to use the clutch on a next gen. There's no doors on these race cars. No doors. Martinsville's a hot dog, and That's a stupid joke I want to make up about Martinsville because it's a crappy track that most of these drivers want to complain about because we already done had a big wreck on the front stretch at Martinsville sometime this year, and they're going back for the playoff. They changed the playoff to the chase, so I'm gonna get hovering my camera above these cars and get a good look at them. Get you a good little look at these cars and what they like and what it's like as a collector. There's a Chase Briscoe, Noah Gragson, all this. Brian Priest, that's starting to be a rare car, so here's the bird, or that, go over these trucks. Get you a good look at the trucks here. Here's the Xfinity. We'll get you a above view of the trucks. It's a race win, Sammy Smith. I don't like that much. My favorite, kind of, the Kubota. But if you have any questions about these race cars and what they're like and how my experiences at the track, just comment down. Just comment in the comments and let me know how you let me know if you're like my friends or anything that if you want to go to a race next year with me and my dad. Hopefully, here's another one that I want to show you. There you go. A few of them. Downheart. Here's the Intimidator over there. Here's another one over here. But just backing up the race cars going. But these next gen cars has a new feature now that I didn't even know at first. These next gen has two new flaps to keep these cars on the ground. So now they got the flaps on the back end of the race cars, underneath the back end, so when they spin, the two flaps on the sides right there. Right there, I'm pointing. It has two flaps on the side, two flaps on the top, on the roof, and the hood, and on the back end. So now they have extra flaps to keep these cars on the ground, finally. And I've been thinking why have those features on the next gen Cup cars and not on the Arca or the O'Reilly series or the trucks. Because we about had a truck flip at Charlotte. So later this, because now they're going back to Charlotte again for the chase, and hopefully Rockingham will come back. I'm still getting some stuff in. I got a Carson Hocevar first career win truck coming Monday, and got 3 trucks coming tomorrow with 3 Xfinity cars, like I said earlier, coming tomorrow. Got an O'Reilly car coming tomorrow. Got an O'Reilly car coming Friday, and having another O'Reilly car like the one on the flag here. I'm getting a Cletus McFarland 124 scale. No, not 124, 164. I'm sorry, 164 scale. Coming in the mail, about $11 on the RCR shop. If you're a race fan that really does love NASCAR as much as I do, go onto RCR the race shop RCR, and find the cheapest thing you can find. And if you have enough and got the money for it, you can buy it. The little 164 scale Cletus McFarland car was about paying for shipping, and it's about $11. So it's about almost, I think, $17 in total for plus the shipping and all that. Most of the stuff on RCR ain't cheap. This flag here was about almost $40. This is over I spent over $130 something on these signs. on the Austin Dillon sign, the Kyle Busch, Cletus sign, and the flag. The two signs over there. We got the 124 scales over there. I think it's, there's the hoods behind the deer. But I ain't gonna explain how. It's a long story about that deer. I ain't gonna explain that to nobody. But if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll respond to you, reply to your question, and give you an answer if I have one. And if if you have any questions about how in the world they shift the gears in these cars, and ask me if they use a clutch or not, let me know, and I can answer that for you. Like I said, I'm a NASCAR fan myself. I've been collecting these cars for a couple years. For me to have over 100 something cars right now. Don't know how many cars I have, but I have to keep track of them every once in a while. Clean the shelves, make sure these cars are nice and good for the shelf, for display. And I don't want nobody touching these race cars for one reason. Because if you touch them, it's gonna mess up. Because I like to keep them straight. Because this right here I like to keep them straight. I really do like to keep this car straight, as best as I can. As best as I can, I want to keep them straight and have a good, neat collection of NASCAR stock cars. But most of these guys are old guys or retired now. All these older race cars you see here, most of these older race cars that got drivers here that you see are probably retired now. Most of these drivers even moved to different car numbers. Like Kyle Busch used to be in the 18, moved to the 8 for Richard Childress. But if you have any questions about most of the drivers that I showed you here, let me know. I'll reply to you. And this is part one because I don't have everything. Again, I don't have everything that I ordered a couple. 3 days ago now. I'm pre-ordered, and because I got a 3-pack of Ram trucks coming, and they're pre-ordered, so it's gonna be a couple months before I post another update on the collection here. So, got any questions about the drivers? Let me know, and I can probably give you a little fact about the drivers, like how old they are and how long they've been racing for, and what they do for living in NASCAR, and how they get in the cars. And like they said, there's no doors on these cars. There's only window nets on these cars. So the only way you can get inside inside these race cars, is through a window net. It's right through the window. See, I'll give you show you out here. Right there. The only way you can get in it. Is Brian Priest still crooked over here? I think he is here. Look. Brian Priest is good looking. But, yeah, so. Got any questions about the drivers, let me know. And once I get everything else in, like the new stuff that I'm getting tomorrow, Friday, and Monday. I got a Jesse Love flag coming, and a Jesse Love's autographed postcard coming. Just like the Austin Dillon one I showed you. But Jesse Love, my boy. I liked him since he won at Rockingham last year, but sadly got disqualified. But if you got any questions about the drivers, let me know. I'll respond to you soon when I get a chance. So this is part one. Like I said, don't got everything yet. All the empty space. See, this is supposed to be the O'Reilly space down here, down on the bottom of the shelf right here. It's supposed to be all O'Reilly. But yeah. Alright, I'll see y'all on part two. And when I got everything, and see ya.